Okay, after all these tactical games, I want to play really solid now. And let's see, we play against a 2000 player. And yeah, I want to play strategically now. So let's see. This looks like he wants to play some kind of King's Indian setup. I'm not sure about this C6 move here. Might be a waste of time. And yeah, let's see. Maybe his plan is A6 and B5. Okay, he just wants to play E5. And yeah, okay, then it would be a transposition into other games. But do I really need to play D? Okay, Rook E8. So he really wants me to play D5 afterwards. And I don't like knight G4. But is it a threat now? Not really. I want to open up the C file. This pawn might get weak after playing knight C5 later. So I'm thinking about rook C1 or queen C2, because this, I think this line will get open. I have enough pressure here on D4 now, so or protection on D4. What is this? I think this was a pre-move. So yeah, let's say don't make pre-moves with your when you play chess on a computer. So I mean, black is lost, but he wants to continue. Okay, then he needs to suffer. So I have the ideal center. This bishop is protected, so there's no risk at all. I want to get my king a bit into safety first. And what does he want to do with the knight? Okay, he makes a little bit space for this bishop. And I want to get my knight now into the game. And I think I will do it over D4. And now this queen is blocked to the king side as well. So let's exchange some pieces. Yeah, take my bishop please. I'm a whole piece up, so I'm not afraid of this. And now I will put pressure on F7. And I can't play B3 because his knight is hanging, but I want to double up the rooks here on the F file anyway, so let's play this first. I need to take care about the knight here on D4. Okay, he wants to play B5. And let's regroup, because I want this knight to go to F5 maybe. He weakens himself a lot. Okay. So next move will be rook F1. And I will put a lot of pressure here on F7. And now let's exchange the strong looking bishop on G7. So what do we see now? We see a huge hole here on E6. And this is where I want to move my knight to. So let's regroup again. And next move is knight E4 and knight E6. And this will be very, very bad for black. So I wanted to protect this. Now he attacks the knight. I play bishop D2 because I have a lot of nice moves now with the knight. I can play knight B5, I can play everything. So nothing is threatening, so let's play queen d3 first, and then knight to d4 and knight e6 afterwards. Yeah, this is doing nothing. Look at the pieces here, they can't move at all. So this is the first knight, and the other knight will go to f5. So I have total domination here. And let's keep it like this. If he takes, I take back, and this pawn is really annoying here. Okay, this knight is very good on d4, and I can go maybe to f5. And let's attack further, and then I play h4 to break this up. Queen h5 is coming. I need to speed up a bit. Okay, this already looks very, very good. And what I want to do now is to open up the position here on the h file. And I'm already threatening a mate. Rook h6. Takes, takes, mate. Yeah, this is a position where you don't need to take back, because it's a checkmate.
Check. Checkmate.
Okay, although black blundered a piece by pre-moving, I think you can see some nice ideas in this game, especially when you look around this position here. Yeah, I mean, just imagine we take away one of the knights or the bishop here, so then material-wise it would be equal. But just compare the pieces. Compare these two pieces with any two of these two pieces. I'm way more flexible with all my pieces, because the knights can easily jump to d4, both. This knight can go to d4 directly, and this one via e2 d4. And then they are both aiming at the white squares here on e6 and f5. And these squares can't be attacked by black very easily. It's not easy for him to attack them. And a knight, for example, on e6 can just be attacked by the other knight. And a knight on f5, it's the pawn I can always take, so the knight is very, very good here. And this knight needs a lot of time to get rid of this knight. And the bishop is locked in here. He can't play f5 because f5, look, it's overprotected by two rooks, the queen, the pawn. No way he can play f5. So this bishop is totally locked in. So the position is already a disaster for black. And what I could do is I didn't need to hurry. I just moved my pieces to the best squares. Here we go. So I could even improve the position of my rook, and the piece here on g7 remains a weakness. And what I wanted to do is just opening up some lines, bringing over my queen and mating the black king, because it's very difficult for black now to coordinate defense. And look at this knight, it's very good here. It's protecting this pawn on e6, which is very annoying for black. He can't move the pieces to d7 or f7. And I don't need this bishop here at all, so yeah, you can take it away. And then I play h4, taking here, king g2 later maybe, and a mate is coming on the h file. And this is what was happening here. I think one can play it better than with white, maybe even, but you can see that I didn't even need the bishop on d2. And it's just a question of time until a mate is coming in here. Already there's no way black can survive a hit here on h6. Yeah, so find weaknesses in the enemy camp, provoke him to make weaknesses, and here black had weaknesses on e6 and f5, and as you can see, e6 and f5 now are well under control of the white pieces. Look, f5, I have 3 pieces, or the 2 pawns and the queen is attacking f5 and the knight, and e6 as well, the knight and the queen here. So I think this worked out quite good. So try to provoke weaknesses, and then try to use the weaknesses in the enemy camp as well.